Did all come?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. After the king Voharikatissa, the king Amandagamani Abaya became the king. He stopped the. He started a rule killing animals in Sri Lanka. During the time of King Wasaba, then the king Wasaba became a king. King Wasaba. Various temples were built in the four directions of Sri Lanka. Whole area in Sri Lanka, the King Wasaba built many monasteries, temples, and other items of temple. It is possible to think that the monks were paying more attention to Pariyapti Sasana, qualified. As it is mentioned about the completion of Grantha Dura during the time of King Bhatikabhaya. Now in Sri Lanka also, Sangha, like India, you remember King Asoka's period, there were many fake monks. Like that in Sri Lanka also, the monks, they now go to another path. Okay. During King Bhatikabhaya period. It is repeated that during the time of King Mahadatika Mahanaga, Mahadatika Mahanag, he received many royal favors. He also support to the order or sasana. Sometimes later, during the region of King Kanirajanu Tissa, okay, King Kanrajanu Tissa, some monks were punished by the king. What's the reason? It is said that a group of monks who objected to a religious judgment given by the king conspired to kill the king in the Mihintale monastery. And when the king learned of it, he caught 60 of those conspiration and throw them off a rock. The group of monks, they try to kill the king as a punishment. Okay, but the king knew the detail, and he killed those monks through of a rock. During the time of King Voharatissa, it is said that doctrine known as Vaitulyavada, Vaitullism, was brought to Sri Lanka, and Dharma-loving monks of Abhayagiri respected it. Now there is another temple, Abhayagiri, near the Mahavihara temple. The Vaitulyavada came to Sri Lanka, Vaitullism, and some monk of Abhayagiri, they respected it. King Voharatissa ordered the minister named Kapila to judge. The monk who accepted it and suppressed it. King Voharatissa judge what is the Vaitulism and is it good or bad? Is it correct or not? And he rejected it. It is not clear what is what this Vaitulism is. Actually, there is no evidence what is really Vaitulism or Vaitulyavada. This may be what is meant by the word Vayatudala mentioned in the inscription. Some inscription mention the word Vayatudala. Okay, some scholar says this is the Vaitulyavada. When Venerable Buddha Ghosha says called it Mahasunyasam. Buddhaghosa, Venerable Buddhaghosa Thera mentioned the Vaitulyavada is Maha Sunnism. This means Sunyata Vada. This Vaitulyavada is considered to be a this tradition of the Buddhism. The scholar says the Vaitulyavada is try to destroy the pure Buddhism. King Ohartissa works for the advancement of the Buddhist order by conducting many religious activities. King Ohartissa, he did many religious activities. About 2.5 decades after this, there is information that Vaitulism re-emerged during King Gotabaya's region. After 2 decades, 2 decades after the Vaitulyavada came again to Sri Lanka. Some monks living in Abhayagiri accepted Vaitulyavada as the true Buddhism. Some Abhayagiri monks, they at that time also they accepted this Vaitulism. The monk named Ussila Tissa, who lived in Abhayagiri, separated from Abhayagiri and settled in Dakkinagiri with about 300 monks. One of monk, Ussila Tissa, he was in Abhayagiri, but he rejected this Vaitulism and he went to another temple. He created another temple, name is Dakshina-giri, with 300 monks. It is said that during the region of Gotabaya, a monk named Sagala came to Dakshina-giri. According to the Nikaya Sangha, it is also a book, evidence book in Sri Lanka, that a sect called Sagalika was born in the year 795 of the Buddha's Parinirvana, passed away. Or 252 AD in the Dakkinagiri Vihara. There is another sect or another Nikaya created in Sri Lanka. The name is Sagalika. King Gotabaya excommunicated 60 monks who accepted the Vaitulya doctrine. Those monks went to Kaveri River in South India and rested there. The King Gotabaya, they punished 60 monks and they went to Kaveri River. It is in South India. Am I correct, Rahul? Kaveri?
Yes, Bante.
Kaveri River. It's a very famous river.
Yes,
I
big.
have heard. Kaveri. Kaveri Patuna. South India. A monk named Sangamitra Chola. The Chola monk. He was a Chola monk. Sangamitra. Actually, it mentioned on your note. I did not include this presentation because it's there is more details about Sangamitra and with this incident. Okay, Sangamitra, Venerable Sangamitra, he was a Chola monk. Actually, he asked the other 60 monks what happened. They told we went to Sri Lanka and they punished us. And he came back to Ceylon. The Sangamitra came back to Ceylon after this favorite prince Mahasena became the king. First time Venerable Sangamitra came to Sri Lanka. And he went to the king's palace and he taught to the king's sons or two princes. King Gotabaya has two princes. One is Jettatissa and other one Mahasena. Those details mentioned on your note. he taught those two princes, but first time became a king after the god King Gotabaya, King Jettathissa or Detutis. But the King Jettathissa did not like the idea of Sangamitra. Therefore, Reverend Sangamitra again he went to the India, and after he came to the Sri Lanka, Prince Mahasena became a king. Okay, because King Mahasena he liked to Sangamitra's idea. Now, Venerable Sangamitra wanted to revenge. Can you understand? Because the 60 monks, the King Gotabe punished for 60 monks of Indian monks. Therefore, King Sangamitra came to Sri Lanka to revenge. It is said that he made a declaration to the king that the Mahavihara, which was empty of monks, was his position. The King Mahasena worked with idea of Venerable Sangamitra, and he destroyed the Mahavihara complex, temple complex. A servant of king killed Sangamitra, and the minister Sona, who instead the king to these acts. Then one of servant of king killed Sangamitra, Reverend Sangamitra, and minister Sona, he explained what happened to the king. After the close minister Meghavarnabhaya explained the facts to the king, King Mahasen agreed to restore the Mahavihara or great temple again. The king built a temple in the garden of Jyoti and offered to the Kohontissa Tero, who lived in Dakkinagiri temple at that time. There was a monk Kohontissa in other temple, Dakkinagiri temple. King offered a new temple for this monk. Accordingly, a new sect named Jetavana Nikaya. Now there are only two Nikayas, Mahavihara and Abhayagiri. Now another Nikaya or another sect started named Jetavana Nikaya, became famous from where the monks belonging to the Sagalika Nikaya, which existed in the vicinity of Dakkinagiri Vihara, came to that Jetavana Vihara. The Dakkinagiri Vihara temple came to the Jetavana Vihara new sect or new temple. This is not the end. Okay. Did you understand anything of this note?
Basically, we have to memorize.
So many names.
Therefore, I told you it's a very long note, and this is very actually in Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan Buddhist culture. We have to discuss more. Actually, I
Great.
summarized. Okay, all the details I summarized for your note. Okay. If not summarized, the note will be maybe 50 or 100 pages. I summarized it 8 pages. Okay. Actually, today we cannot finish this lesson. We have to discuss next week.
Okay.
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 Maybe you have many questions. Do you have any question with today lesson?
No question.
Oh, we can discuss next week too.
Yes.
Okay, because this is not finished. Because this is very long presentation. Actually, I did
Okay.
not finish the presentation also.
Okay, no problem. Basically, it will be
Okay.
over.
Sorry.
In a single lecture, it will be very long and it is difficult to understand.
Yes, yes. I know. But don't worry and don't get upset. I will give you some sample questions and sample answers of with these lessons, because I know you cannot understand some names and you can spell some names and everything. Therefore, I can make some sample answers to you.
Okay, Bhante.
Okay, don't worry. I will give you some answers and some sample questions also before your examination. Uh, Now you have to remember those details with Sri Lankan Buddhist culture only. Okay,
Yes, Bhante.
you can understand, and I will send you other details. Okay, I think that's enough for today.
Okay, Bhante.
We can
Thank
finish
Okay.
today's lecture, and we can meet next Thursday.
you.
Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, Thursday. Last week I forgot my day. Today I remembered. Okay, thank you very much, and may the triple gem bless you.
Sadhu.
Sadhu.
Thank you very much,
Okay, thank
Bante.
you very much.
Sadhu,
Good
sadhu,
night.
sadhu. Good night.